Alrighty, y'all, happy 4th of July to everybody. Please do celebrate responsibly. Fireworks in LA. So here's what I mean. The New York Post put this out today. There was a war brewing between Lonzo Ball and the Lakers. The reason for this headline is because the Lakers signed Rajon Rondo, and then news got leaked out that Lonzo Ball just suddenly out of nowhere tore his meniscus. Now, what we have to remember is that first, as I'm going to read on, Woj basically said that this is to diminish his trade value. Who do the Lakers want? Kawhi Leonard. Though a report came out already this past week that the Spurs are not interested in Lonzo Ball. By the way, he's 20 years old. So to say that, oh, will diminish his trade value, he's going to be ready for training camp. So I just don't understand why we're making a big deal out of this when he's young. He's going to, look, he's young. He's going to recover quicker than I will, okay? I'm 10 years his junior. He's going to be fine, and he's going to be ready for camp. But still, this is what Woj said on ESPN via Uprocks. I think there's a belief around the Lakers that it was within his world that got leaked out there to keep him from getting traded. He doesn't want to be traded from LA. Well, that's obvious. It wasn't the Lakers that wanted information out on that knee injury. There were a lot of teams that were checking on possible deals with the Lakers, and there were questions about that knee. They want winning veteran players. You have LeBron, 33 years old. They want win-now guys, and Rondo is going to challenge Lonzo Ball. Then Ramona Shelburne put this out. Regarding Rondo and the Lakers, source says they told him that with LeBron here, they're trying to win now. Best man wins the job, which is pretty interesting. So here's where it gets a little dicey. The far more likely scenario is that Lonzo becomes the piece that brings in a third team. The Suns, Magic, Knicks, or even Clippers, if he wants to stay, all need help at point guard. And all are positions where they are looking to build around a young core. Pulling Ball out of LA would be a whole thing in of itself, and that could be a hiccup too, including from none other than LeVar Ball and the charade that he will absolutely, positively allow to happen. He will enable himself and will ensue if Lonzo were to be traded. What do I mean? Take a look.
Hey, LeBron got a 4-year deal, right?
Yeah.
I hope he gets 4 in a row.
Yeah.
But if not, I guarantee 2 when all my boys is on the Lakers with him.
Well, you know,
game over.
Now here's where it gets just a shade more dicey. A number of trade options are being considered by Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka, his former agent. Names that are being thrown around: Damian Lillard, Kevin Love, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, and John Wall. Here's why DeMar DeRozan is not going to happen.
Oh, he's right there, look. DeRozan. Come to the Lakers. Come to the Lakers.
Kevin Love, still a possibility. Damian Lillard has been tweeting like crazy. And even though he says he's usually a happy camper, he has had a few meetings with the Blazers brass, including the owner, Paul Allen, who also owns the Seattle Seahawks. And we just don't know what's going on with Dame. We have no clue. And then, of course, there's John Wall. But the reason I don't think John Wall would happen is because he has a humongous contract. The one guy that does not have a humongous contract is Kemba Walker. And I do think that they should trade for Kemba Walker, because you would have to give up, in my opinion, Lonzo, maybe another supporting player, and maybe one pick, maybe. Maybe you don't even need the pick. Maybe you throw in Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball for Kemba Walker. Would you do that? If we've learned one thing about LeBron James, what does he need in order to win? Shooters. He's had that with Kyle Korver. He had it with Mike Miller. He had it with Chris Bosh. He had it, of course, with Kyrie Irving. When J.R. Smith was hot, he had it with him. He needs shooters. He needs guys that could, at times, take the burden off of him and create their own shot. You know who does that? Kemba Walker. And that's why I think it's a good fit. But I did ask all of you, between the two pieces of John Wall and Dame, who would you choose? And here were your tweets. Schneidy said, Lillard, way better fit. He is a better Kyrie. Peter said, Lillard, although I've become quite enamored with the Hornets trade proposal. Walker, Lamb, and MKG for Ball, Ingram, and Dang. I don't like any of the other pieces, and the Lakers don't like any of the other pieces. So I think I'd stick with my original, but it's a good thought. Cameron, I'm not a Lakers fan, but if I was, I'm taking Dame. He fits better with LeBron because he can shoot. You can at least try to hide him defensively with Lance and Rondo, and John Wall is no, he's not. No, he's not. If there's anything to be said, it's the GM that is that word. Ernie Grunfeld, not John Wall. Matthew tweeted, Lillard! Okay! And then Kenny tweeted, Damian Lillard, although no lie, Lonzo is a better rapper. Stop it. Stop it. Put some respect on Dame's name. Tanuj tweeted, Dame Dalla. That's a player that can score at will, can get you 40 to 50 on a given night. Yeah. And you know who would get a lot of open shots with LeBron James? Damian Lillard. Delonte says Damian Lillard because he's from Cali and will ball out for his hometown. And lastly, Najald said Lillard easily. He'll fit just like Kyrie did, plus John Wall needs ball in his hands a lot to do good, and that won't happen with LeBron being the main ball handler. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to think about. Would John Wall succeed? Of course he would with LeBron, but for his own personal experience, not to win a ring, but numbers-wise, possessions-wise, how exactly would they mesh off of each other? Because he's a heavy volume elbows player. So let us know your thoughts. Which one is better? Damian Lillard, Kemba Walker is my pick, or John Wall? Comment section below. Subscribe to TYD Sports.